Harley Quinn gets tortured in every single movie she's in so far. Why? Why do they do that?
Comment and request your favorite show!
Junior and Marcus!
Suicide Squad is the first R-rated movie that we're covering. I'm Junior.
And I am Starro the Conqueror.
Let's talk about it. What's the old guy's name?
Oh,
Savant? Yeah, Savant. Now, what's funny is his name is Savant. You know, it's the person who's really good at what they know, very knowledgeable, very deeply inclined with their whatever the heck,
Whatever
right?
it is that.
Whatever it is they're good
He's
at.
a savant.
Now, what's funny about that is I said to Marcus, I'm like, wait, what does he do? What is his thing exactly? And Marcus is like, he kills well.
Yeah. Just
As
like,
a matter of fact, Junior, they all kill well.
Every single villain that's ever been on the Suicide Squad. What's their superpower? Oh, we're just good killers.
Yeah.
We all kill well. Katana. Oh, I kill well with a katana.
I kill well.
Deadshot. Oh, I kill well.
I kill well with guns.
Guns and accuracy. They all blend together. The only people that don't blend together are the metahumans,
Yep.
or the ones that are, like look different, like King Shark. Dang.
They shouldn't call
They
it
really don't bring anything to the table.
the Suicide Squad. More like the Killwells.
We kill well.
The Killwells. The reason why Harley doesn't die is because the president of the bad guys, he's like, hey, I want to marry Harley Quinn because she represents America's insanity. So whatever you do, make sure she's still alive. It's like, all right, boss. They proceed to shoot at every single Suicide Squad member.
Single member.
Oh my gosh.
Without any like remorse.
How-
They're not holding back.
What strategy?
Zero.
So then she's like, now we're going to round up the team, the 5-man band, which is my favorite TV trope. All you people in the comments who talk about Flanderization, oh yeah, Flanderize. Is that the only trope you know? There's like a million of them. 5-man band is awesome. It's my favorite trope. It's the best. Before we move on, let's just talk characters.
Okay.
All right, cool. Bloodsport is awesome.
That's cool.
Bloodsport's really cool because his weapons, they're like these detachable things on his armor. His whole costume's pretty cool, too.
Yeah,
It's
it
very
is really
90s comic book. Got like a half skeleton face with like a big, kind of like Vanitas from Kingdom
Dome
Hearts.
mask, yeah.
Yeah. And so the pieces of his costume, they detach into weapons.
Yeah, it's actually so cool.
Yeah, it's like
By the end
I
of the
couldn't help
movie,
it.
He literally makes like a Power Rangers gun on his own. You know where it needs all 5 Rangers to put together a big super gun? He does that on his ones and
himself.
twos.
Yeah, man, and it makes a big blaster with this spinning thing at the front. It's like, what does it need to spin? Is that a part
Yeah,
of?
is that add the power? No,
Is that
it's
a part
just,
of? Does
just
that
for,
make it shoot better? And all I couldn't help but notice though, like some of his little guns, they look like Jedi Blade Builders, like Hasbro's thing with the General Grievous spinning thing. Like
yeah.
I'll show a clip of that. But the other thing I thought of was the Nerf guns, where you'd put like the attachments, the end strike attachments on the front and the back, and you just keep
All the
building. You
different
can just keep going.
attachments. Yep,
The
yep.
Nerf modulus, you just make it huge. It's like, nah, man, this character is sick, bro.
I like that Bloodsport.
Oh, you like Deadshot?
Yeah, you see, that's my issue.
I know.
That's my only issue with Bloodsport.
He's
Deadshot.
kind of just Deadshot, but
He's literally
more angry.
I just don't like the fact that it's just like, man, these characters kill well.
That's it.
What's your superpower? Oh, I kill well.
I kill well.
Oh, do you kill better than the last guy? I hope so.
Well, I have better tech than the last guy. Yeah, where'd you get it? Where does Bloodsport get his technology?
That's a good.
Does he make it?
Great segue, by the way, Janiac.
Oh, of course.
Wow,
Come on,
fantastic.
man. Do you see my videos? I write scripts, not tragedies. Peacemaker. Okay, so funny thing about Peacemaker, right? His whole thing, he's like the all-American hero, but he's entirely warped. His mentality is that, like, I'll do anything for the greater good. Literally anything.
Yeah.
I will murder every single person in front of me, men, women, and children, as long as it's for what I believe is the greater good.
Correct.
Okay, so he's what's called a Knight Templar. That's the trope. Yeah, Tropetastic. I'm the troporific Tropino. Okay, which great character.
Yeah.
Also great foil to Bloodsport.
Yes.
Because as I mentioned earlier, they have literally the same backstory, but the difference being that Bloodsport isn't supposed to be someone that believes in a dream or anything. He's pretty much given up on his life at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I'm with the Suicide Squad now. My life is over.
Bloodsport's like, I'm a bad man and I do bad things.
Yeah, but Peacemaker's like, I do the exact same things as you, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't kill innocent people like you.
He's
It's like,
delusional. He's
yeah,
very delusional.
very delusional. earlier on, Ratcatcher says, it's like, I thought people called you Peacemaker. Like, you're so willing to kill people, they call you Peacemaker, and he's like, willing to do anything for the greater good. And what I said to Marcus is like, it's weird to me that people think Peacemaker is a strange name for someone like this, because his name is Peacemaker.
He literally forces peace on you.
Not Peacekeeper.
He's not trying to keep the peace. He's forcing peace onto you in any way possible.
Maker.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. King Shark. He's,
so Inaue, so his whole thing, also he's voiced by Sylvester Stallone, which is interesting because if you go back to Guardians of the Galaxy, right? This movie has a wrestler and it has like, a voice actor, Macho Man.
Yeah.
And you go back to Guardians of the Galaxy and it has a wrestler with
and
Drax and a
Macho
Man. Yeah, for Groot, right?
Oh.
Vin Diesel.
Man, James, you have a
type.
You really do have a
But
type.
you know it works.
Yeah, you're not wrong. He does know what works.
Because these characters don't feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy.
At all.
They really don't.
At all.
Yeah, it works. But yeah, so
Inaue.
Yeah, Inaue. So his whole thing, he isn't very literate, like he's not very smart. But one thing you'll notice, and it's very subtle throughout the entire movie, he always wants to fit in with the squad. After he and Ratcatcher kind of become like friends.
After he tries to eat her.
Yeah, after they become friends, after he tries to eat her, he is just trying to impress them, even with his language, where it's like, oh, okay, so now they're speaking Spanish now. Let me try and learn something. So then he says "sí." Yeah. And then it's like, oh, okay, we're all going undercover into a club. It's like, can I come? It's like, no, you're not going to hide. It's like, I'll wear a disguise. What? Fake mustache. Right? Like, he just wants to be a part of them. He just wants to fit in. And then he reads books because it's like, oh, look, I'm smart. I'm smart like you.
Shark read book.
Yeah.
I smart.
And then when Amanda Waller's having that meeting, everyone's saying something, so he raises his hand.
He raises his hand to ask a question.
Yeah, because he's trying to be a part of them. And it's like, that's such a great little bit of detail.
Yeah, no.
Without giving him too many lines. They did a lot with the character.
I like King Shark. He's a really good character.
Ratcatcher from Portugal. She is the peaceful character, the most pacifistic character of the team. I don't think she kills a single person, like human.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think she kills them. She immobilizes them. There's that soldier at that one point.
She bites that guy's tongue with a rat.
Yeah. And she threatens to put some rats in this guy's butt at one point.
Yeah, she does. She does.
She doesn't do it though.
No.
But that'd be too inhumane to the rats. But anyway, Ratcatcher, she has this device that her dad made that like makes rats come close to her. How does the device control what the rats do though, is my question. Is it like a signal that she decides on? Because she like cranks it every now and then, and then it like changes color and stuff like that. Is there like a sensitivity to make like all the rats come instead of just one particular rat?
That's actually a really good question. Because there's no like
indicator to like how she's able to control that.
Also, how is that man that smart?
Her
Ratcatcher one.
Well, I honestly believe if they do more with the character, they could expand on that. Because why was he able to do that, right?
I really hope they do. Also, they're free now.
And then there's Polka-dot Man, whose whole character is that he despises his mother. He was experimented on, and now he has an interdimensional virus. That basically his body gets full of polka dots, and unless he releases them, he gets warts, like these disgusting growths on his body.
Painful, like polka dot warts from another dimension.
Yep.
Just go inside of his skin and stuff, and he has to like expel them twice a day, or else I assume he'll explode.
Yeah, right? Or he'd like melt himself?
Something like that.
What does polka dots do? They melt people. So he releases polka dots from his body because of that virus. The reason he has the ability is because his mother experimented on him and his brother and sister, hoping that they would all be superheroes. She was obsessed with superheroes, which is an interesting concept in this universe.
Yeah.
Seeing Superman and Batman is like, oh, well, I want my family to be like that. It's like, who is his mom then? Was she a scientist? Obviously, she had to have some sort of connection, right?
I want to see what the dceu EU does with metahumans.
Yeah, polka dot shorts.
Sorry.
More like polka dot shorts. Why does he wear polka dots? I guess it's just a theme.
It must be his theme.
But wouldn't he not be happy to identify with the thing his mother tormented him with? I don't know. It's weird to me that he wears polka dots.
His connection with his mother is very strange.
Yeah. So then we cut to the worst part of the movie.
Oh my goodness.
Harley Quinn was kidnapped because, as I said earlier, the president wants to marry her because she represents American insanity.
Blah, blah, blah.
How did he know about Harley Quinn? I guess he watched a lot of TV and watched the other Suicide Squad movie, or maybe Birds of Prey. I don't know.
One of the things that I pointed out was, Junior pointed out was, how did they know that Harley Quinn is going to be a part of Team 1? And I'm like, oh, Black Guardian probably let him know. But how did Black Guardian know who was on the team? Like, how do you know he's going to be teamed
Until
up with
the
Harley
day
Quinn?
of,
Until the day
yeah.
of. He had to make that phone call on the plane.
And we don't see that.
And we've
It's really weird.
yeah.
So then, Harley, all you really need to know, Harley falls for the president guy immediately because, like, he's got abs.
That's it.
And he already loves her, and they dress her up in a nice dress that's red.
And she wears to the whole movie.
Yeah, she does. For the rest of the movie, that's her outfit.
Yes.
She had a really cool body outfit earlier on where she has a jacket that says, live fast, die clown.
Yeah, live fast, die clown, baby.
Live fast, die clown.
That's how I live my life now. By the,
Live
you,
die clown.
you either live fast or you die
You
clowning.
die clowning. Yeah, that is great. Yeah, she pretends to pass out, and then she knocks out the guard with her legs.
Oh, yeah, Black Widow.
What a way to go.
Black Widow style, too.
What a way to go. Between Margot Robbie's legs. Oh, and if you liked that fetish, boy, do we have another one for you.
Yeah, this movie's actually filled with fetishes.
There's a lot of eye torture. Ah, okay, wow.
Tentacles.
Mhm. So anyway, what happens is King Shark.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. Huh.
James.
First Tarantino, then Schneider, now
Oh my
Gunn.
gosh, feet.
Yep, that's what I was just gonna get to. So Harley Quinn, after she does that, she picks up the keys with her feet, and we get a really nice close up of her feet because
It's
all you
a-
foot fetishes,
It's an amazing,
Finishers.
like, if you like feet,
you're gonna love this scene.
you're gonna love this.
You're gonna love
scene.
this scene. Yeah, so she picks up the keys and then she unlocks herself, which is believable. She was shown to be quite athletic in both of the previous movies she's been in.
Yeah.
And then she unlocks herself and she gets out and then she murders everyone
Oh yeah.
effortlessly
Oh yeah.
and single-handedly.
It's a murder montage, if you will.
It was at this point I said to Marcus, I'm like, okay, why is Harley so good at fighting? Right? And anyone who wants to say, like, oh, well, the Joker trained her. No, he didn't. The Joker can't fight. She's always been flexible, so I guess, like, gymnastic-wise, sure, but she's handling these guns, bro, against trained military guards, like, multiple of them.
See, 2 hands, 2 Hy-Vee-powered machine guns.
Yeah, which looks awesome.
It looks great.
The whole scene, it looks cool.
Who trained you to do
But
this?
why? How is Harley able to do this by herself?
Why are your arms not
Like,
flying backwards?
Even the other, like, the gun guys, like, even they struggle, right, a bit. Like, where it's still like, okay, bloodsport at the end, struggling to, I've run out of weapons, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But it's like, how come Harley's just this awesome character that can
machine.
defeat everybody and, like
No
with
fear.
there's no... I hate that so much. It's like, what makes a character interesting? Seeing them overcome a struggle. But Harley Quinn, I guess the only struggle she has is the emotional struggle. The reason she kills the president is because, like, she projects what the Joker did to her onto him.
Yeah.
And one of those projections is he starts saying the music you like is trash. And I'm just like, I feel you, Harley.
Harley, I can relate.
Relate, Harley. Kill him, girl. You kill him good.
Go, you go.
You kill him well.
You go, Harley. Yeah.
But yeah, and then Marcus said to me, it's like, Junior, she's an anime character.
Oh yeah, she is. Her plot armor is thick.
And it all made sense to me.
Her plot armor is thick. Even when she's going through killing all those guys, like flowers start appearing around her. The javelin has like a glow around it, and it's like,
Yeah.
ooh, new item acquired.
Yo, speaking of the flowers and everything, okay, again, it's shot well. It looks good. I'm not dissing how it looks.
No, it looks great.
It looks great. Why is it happening? And I know everybody and their mother's gonna be like, oh, well, Janiac, you obviously don't understand good writing or directing. You see, the flowers represent how much of a young innocence that Harley Quinn once had in her youth that's now being cluttered with the blood that is soaked around her as she goes on to rescue herself, free herself, break herself out of her birdcage from the previous 2 movies of a relationship that she had with the Joker. That's why birds are also flying. Cartoon birds, Mary Poppins style, y'all, is flying. Janiac, you're the idiot. You're the idiot for thinking this couldn't possibly mean anything other than Harley's psyche. To which I'd respond with, you guys like iCarly?
Yeah. y'all like Harley fans? Yo, you guys need to.
I think you're giving the shot more credit than it's worth, but okay, sure. The inner workings of Harley Quinn's mind. So every time she kills, she sees butterflies and flowers and birds. All
Why
right,
can't
cool.
people just be like, nah, man, it says it looks cool. Like if that's your argument, I'm with you, dude.
Yeah, like legit. The doors open and it starts raining, and Harley Quinn has a very cringy line. that was in the trailer that was stupid. It's like a million angels splooging all over me.
Oh yeah,
The
that
rain?
line. Oh, that was a stupid line. I hate
James Gunn.
I hate all of these like
Yeah, stuff like that. Lines like that, where it's like,
So-
this doesn't need to exist.
so forced.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. So anyway, this is my favorite scene in the entire movie. I don't care what anybody says, thinks, or does. This is the best scene in my head.
It's amazing.
Because, and it's very small, it's very subtle. What happens is, Hey by the Pixies starts playing. Great song, by the way. Check it out. And the characters get out of the bus one by one while it's raining, and the rain causes like it to kind of get a little misty, like foggy.
Yeah.
Right? So the
so
fog,
foggy that everything, like the background is white.
It's
and the only
completely
thing you
white.
can see is the van, which kind of looks like the Mystery Machine.
yeah, it's a zoinks.
Zoink scope.
Yeah, and they get out, and then they're kind of like prepping, they're suiting up, they're getting their weapons and everything, and they start walking in slow motion in the white background, and it's like they slowly fade out. And I turned to Marcus, I'm like, Kate, I want you to know this is my favorite scene that we're looking at right now. Doesn't this look like a comic book? Like a splash page?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
So in comics, right, a lot of the times, like, they won't have time or they won't have money to do the backgrounds, right? So it'll be a white background and then just the character, and it'll look cool, it'll look fine, but, like, the reasoning is because...
Limited time.
limited time. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's not that they had limited time.
Oh,
they
it's
just
a choice.
They wanted it to look so comic booky.
Oh my gosh.
And it succeeded.
They succeeded beyond, and it's like, man, something so small, just a van and a bunch of characters. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Castbox, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, and of course, Anchor.fm. Bye.
Don't forget to comment down below.
Junior and Marcus!